All right. Apparently, there's been some YouTube drama, man. More YouTube drama. Okay. Album Preach.
This is one of the more serious.
Album Preach might have their channel taken down. I don't think it's probably gonna happen. They'll probably go through the right avenues. Everything will probably work out and things of that nature. But Jubilee apparently is trying to strike motherfuckers down. So we got Omar's video right here to cap it all off. Let's see what the fuck is happening, man.
Videos that I put on the channel in a minute, because Jubilee, the YouTube channel, is striking channels as we speak. We're all familiar with the content creators Abba and Preach, who do social commentary, and they roast to success on the internet as two brothers or friends, giving their commentary and their opinions on things that span the internet, from 50-50 relationship videos to Karen videos to anything just plain silly on the internet. Abba and Preach have become staples as to who we go for to see what the internet is doing and how we should feel about it. And naturally that comes with them using clips from the internet as reference materials, like we do on this channel here.
Like where we've been, I've been dealing with some stuff on the back end. We got a bit of a problem where it looks like the Jubilee channel is trying to have us deleted.
Now it's interesting because Jubilee as a channel is supposed to be this social experimentation channel.
Yeah, but it's already off. I think Album Preach already managed to talk to the CEO and solve it quickly. H3H to help him out as well. Yeah, we'll still talk about it, because even the attempt I think is interesting to me.
They get regular people day to day, at least that's what they seem, and they get them on their platform and ask them some polarizing questions or questions that are just out there in the community to get the conversation started and have the perspective of just any person be on there. They've had on their show a bunch of internet celebrities from the different platforms and different spectrums of the world. They've had notably Destiny on there to answer some questions. To be honest with you, they create such a great conversation, and they want the conversation to continue because they've even talked about having people react to their content before.
I don't like when other channels react to our videos.
Abba and Preach.
You're just naming them now?
I watch Abba.
I remember this video. You know what's crazy, chat? The reason why I feel like a lot of people specifically feel comfortable reacting to Jubilee videos is because of this video. Because when one of the biggest reaction channels on the platform gets co-signed by the Jubilee team, you effectively give them the green light of, all right, bet, okay, I guess y'all one of the channels we can react to, you know? So it's kind of fucked that they would try to turn that statement around and not only claim, right? Because for those who don't know, there's a difference between claiming a video, blocking a video, and trying to strike someone down. When you claim a video, let's say you use my content, I claim your video. All that happens is the video stays up, but I get all the money from that video. If you get 100,000 views and that shit makes $1,000, I get the $1,000. If you block someone's video for that same reason because they use your content, you can set the parameters. It gets blocked in certain countries. It gets blocked worldwide or whatever. Trying to strike a channel down, give someone a channel strike, that is some serious shit no YouTuber plays with. Because number one, if you just get one strike, you can't upload for, I think, 7 days. Or you might be able to upload you can't upload for 7 days, I believe. Strike two, I think, well, let's actually go through it right now. Fuck it. YouTube strike policy. YouTube strike policy. They go on a 3-strike system, okay? The first strike, if we find your content doesn't follow our policies for a second time, you'll get a strike. So the first one's just a warning, okay? So it's really a 4-strike system if we're keeping it a stack. This strike means you will not be allowed to do the following for 1 week. Upload videos or live stream. Start a scheduled live stream. Schedule a video to become public. Create a premiere. Add a trailer to an upcoming premiere. Custom thumbnails or community posts. Essentially, you're banned from your channel for a week. For all intents and purposes. After the 1 week period, we restore full privileges automatically, but the strike remains on your channel for 90 days. Second strike, if you get a second strike within the same 90-day period as your first strike, you will not be allowed to post content for 2 weeks. So it goes from 1 week to 2 weeks. Third strike, your channel is permanently removed from YouTube. And I believe the way that it works, I may be wrong on this, is you get a full IP ban. So that means if you create a new channel, you might even get like ban evasion. And it's just some real serious shit that you do not want to deal with. regardless, especially if you're a big channel with millions of subscribers. This is probably your main revenue source at this point, how you make a living. For that shit to just be taken away, yeah, nah, you're cooked. You're cooked. So when you try to strike motherfuckers, bro, that's not cool. Especially when it comes from you telling people that you are okay with people reacting to your shit.
Abba and Preach videos, I think every time I watch a video, it like hurts. Cause I remember when Abba and Preach reacted to our video, I think that ruined my like entire week. Like I was very like bummed cause that was a video where I put like so much effort into, but I don't know, I just like, keep watching them. I enjoy watching the videos and like I learn a lot and I'm like really curious.
I know they are playing the game fair. I just sometimes don't like the game.
What a lot of folks don't know is we allow folks to monetize off of our content. And that's a deliberate choice that we've made, is actually that we could take away their monetization so that they're not making money off of using our content.
Jason, that's pretty doggone ugly. Now, for the other people who reacted and said, you know,
EJ, we already checked it, dog. We already checked it.
I don't like it because I've put so much hard work into the video, and for these guys to come and just destroy it based off of smaller little things, I totally understand that. You're an artist, something that you put a lot of hard work into is being criticized to the minute detail. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, the CEO and founder talked about encouraging and how happy he was to see other content creators use their content in order to make content off of itself. We've seen Jubilee videos on like Casanat. Glad he talked about PewDiePie, Aiden Ross, Your Rage. Jubilee videos literally have become a staple in the community. And reason why I don't believe that they strike these channels down is because people reacting to Jubilee videos helps Jubilee in the long run.
Someone clipped a 2-minute segment of the video and put it on TikTok. It had 40 million views on TikTok. Somebody in the comments are like, where do I find this? What is this? 2 hours later, they're like, wow, I just watched 10 of his videos. Where is this been? I hear creators are like striking other people that do re-upload their videos or whatever. I'm like, you're crazy. React to my videos on your Twitch stream, clip my videos, put it on TikTok. I don't care.
Everything isn't about this short-term money gain. And it's interesting now that we're on a different side of the years and they are now having this stance against Abba and Preach specifically after referencing Abba and Preach in their videos. Even in the conversation of monetization, that's where I think it doesn't even matter either, because the small change that Abba and Preach done versus what you get done, it doesn't affect each other. Everybody can eat in the fashion. Just because Abba and Preach or XQC or PewDiePie or whoever that's reacting to your video exists does not mean that you don't go on to pull millions upon millions of views. So why even have a problem with it there if ultimately this is going to introduce your content to a whole new user base? And what's even more disgusting is when people pick and choose who can and who can't react to their content.
Yeah, I think if you just maintain the stance, I think this is the problem people have with a lot of things going on in content right now. If you just stay consistent from the jump, people don't have a problem, right? Like with the watcher situation, if they set up that monetization platform, that monetization strategy that they had from the jump, no one would have a problem. Same thing with Jubilee. If you said it from the beginning that if you react to our shit, you're gonna get your videos at the very least gonna get claimed, if not blocked. No one would have even tried y'all in the first place. But the walk back from, all right, we actually embrace motherfuckers reacting to our shit. As creators, we're like, all right, bet. And then you just take that shit back and try to take away and terminate channels? Bro, that's not cool. That's not cool. And for anyone just joining in right now, we have already checked the Jimmy Butler IG post, dog. We off of basketball, bruh.
Like, it must have been like, is this gonna get views? Yes. Is it also gonna provoke kind of interesting or funny conversation? Yes. I don't mind. I'm here to watch.
So while they're copyright striking people,
it's all
you're good, bro.
reacting to their channel.
Do you understand?
Popping up and saying, there's a new Jubilee, there's a new Jubilee. They list all the people that are reacting, and we are contributing to those millions of views because we're redirecting to you.
They're using the fact that other people react to them to market themselves and to profit off. They're proud of this.
Abba and Preach, it's...
Let me just say this too. Do you know how much brands would pay for Abba and Preach to promote their product just for 1 minute? Just for 1 minute. Hold on. Because we got to get to pocket watching. You know we got to get to pocket watching. All right? Abba and Preach. Abbas and Preaches average roughly, well, on this stretch right now, they're averaging 1 million views. They're averaging 1 million views. 600K on the low end. Let's just say they sell their brand deals on the 800K view promise. Okay? For those who don't know, 800,000 views. Let's divide that by 1,000. Okay? That's how you get the per milli number. If brands on the low end pay $20 per per brand deal, $20 per 1,000 views on a channel that generates 800,000 views. Brands pay $16,000 to get a 1-minute promotion from a channel like Album Preach. Maybe lower, maybe higher. If we even want to lowball it at 10,000. The fact that Album Preach, effectively all they ask is just AdSense money from your video, and they are promoting you for the free ski. I don't know why you're complaining. And especially with how much, like, Your Rage is reacting to this, a PewDiePie is reacting to this. The amount of money you would need to pay these creators to watch your videos, let alone, because watching whole videos, in my opinion, is way more valuable than just promoting a product for a minute. Bro, you'd have to pay a shit ton of money. Way more money than what they're making through AdSense. So even financially, it honestly doesn't make sense. It honestly doesn't make sense.
It's interesting because you guys are the only ones who's come with this complaint so far as I understand. Again, we would know if there was some sort of mass striking of a bunch of different channels, but they specifically seem to be targeting you guys, ignoring all the other streamers and other content creators who have come up off of reaction content from their specific channel. The channel's blaming you guys for a lack in revenue and a lack of views, but obviously that hasn't been the case before. And then they go about using other content creators saying that they watch Jubilee videos in order to market their own Jubilee videos. They've acknowledged you guys in the past and then have this mission statement about having the community talk about things that are hard to talk about or getting the different perspectives, but for some reason silencing a perspective is totally ass backwards. We don't really fuck with Jubilee around here if they're gonna be on this type of time. Look, I have no problem with content creators coming up off of things like reaction videos. As long as it's under the fair use agreements and stuff like that, then I really have no problem. And you're giving your insight, it doesn't matter. People have different opinions because they come from different walks of life. I like watching FD Signifier videos, although he's not the same.
Yeah, at this point, I don't, obviously I fucking do it, so obviously I wouldn't have a problem. But when other people do reaction videos, I truly don't care. I think it's just, it's normal now, bro. I talked about it earlier. Reaction videos used to be looked down upon to the point where you used to get canceled for having reaction channels, for doing reaction videos. Now the biggest YouTuber, he doesn't do it anymore because he stopped uploading like a couple, like 10, 12 months ago, I don't know. Now we've gotten to a point where the biggest YouTuber has his own reaction channel. Now we've gotten to a point where a channel like SS Sniper Wolf is getting promoted by YouTube themselves as an ideal YouTuber. Yes, that tweet is out there, look it up. Album Preach, platforms like this exist and they're respected in the community. Bro, as long as you're literally not posting reactions with your face in the corner and doing nothing, like deadass doing nothing, just watching the video, getting a laugh off here and there, getting off of, oh, that's crazy type of reaction, I don't give a shit what you do. As long as you're giving your actual feedback. So
as a traditional reaction, but because of his life experience, he gives a different perspective on real life issues, you know, social injustices, racial topics, a bunch of different things, because he has a different experience from me. I like to watch gay people react, straight people react, trans people react. I like to watch a lot of different people react to a lot of different content because they have a different perspective than me from Atlanta, Georgia, as a black man. So I actually think it does more harm than it does good to shut off people from voicing their opinions on specific people's content because it's making people lose views and lose revenue.
I know they are playing the game fair. I just sometimes don't like the game.
It's furthering the conversation. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine. Could you imagine if Elon Musk took away the quote tweet function on Twitter and the argument being, oh, well, it's taking away traffic from my tweets. So that would be the most ass backwards thing in the world. But we don't do that because we're saying that we're having a conversation with people, especially one that's under fair use. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If Jubilee felt some sort of way, it would make sense to me for them to come out with an entire statement, even a community post that talks about people reacting to their content. But this seems very targeted to Abba and Preach. A chord got struck the wrong way because the way that they're going about this doesn't say, hey, we have a problem with the entirety of the spectrum. We have a problem with you doing what you're doing in the entirety of the spectrum. Even to the point where they're having these sidebar conversations with Abba and Preach about what is and what isn't fair use almost seems disingenuous.
They said they were going to take away all the copyright claims, and I appreciate them for that. The kind of content that Jubilee makes is expensive.
So this is the apology. This is the apology. Or the, yeah.
That means we can afford not to do too well in terms of views. Why? Because we're not having that much overhead, so we're still going to make a profit. For them, they have certain quotas, and when they're not, you have to figure out why. And one issue that they're running into, according to them, is a lot of people are just straight up stealing their content. To be fair to them, hundreds and hundreds of channels react to Jubilee. So I could understand them wanting to protect their company, wanting to protect their product, and hiring a group to be able to take this massive amount of people. I think the mistake that they made is how they went about this. And I think they agreed with that. They said, you know, we changed our stance, which he admitted, and the way we did this was incorrect.
So at least they came to an agreement that the way they went about it was totally wrong. If you're silently striking channels, there are going to be channels that are trying to come up today's day and age, the newer content creators that have no clue about what you have. They're just copying the creators that they love and bringing eyes to your audience by viewing your content. The whole time you're building a case behind their back to take away their channels. That just seems slimy. I'm glad that they've come to a better understanding, and hopefully they're gonna move forward, have a better understanding as to what fair use is, because we still cannot forget that with something like this on YouTube.
I just don't even get why they'd even try it. Like, Jesus Christ.
Specifically when we're talking about reaction content.
Even though I do reaction stuff, I wish YouTube had implemented a revenue system where, you know, every time I react to a video, they should get 10% of whatever I make. I'm okay with that because I think it's fair. Unfortunately, I just can't set that up because YouTube doesn't have that built into the system.
What he said was a good idea, but I'm not 1,000% for that. I think people should understand as creators that you need the people to react, you need the people to listen, you need all these other things to happen to put you in the mainstream. Having reaction channels not react to your stuff doesn't inherently mean that you're going to get this boost in views that they got. You're not going to get 1 million views from Abba and Preach and then 1 million views from PewDiePie to come from their channels because they're not reacting now to then come over and watch your stuff. It doesn't necessarily work like that. This is a multi-million-dollar company and it is expensive to run. But with that being said, there should be other ways for them to monetize themselves. Maybe deeper conversations, the unedited version of some of these conversations behind paywalls or something like that that would give people.
I would also argue, well, let me see. Because Jubilee, kind of like what we were talking about with Watcher, they're an extremely big enough platform to the point where first of all, they have a Patreon. So let's see if we can see how much they're making on Patreon. On Patreon, they got 109 posts. Yeah, we can't really see how many members they got. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, but I'm assuming that they make a shit ton of money on Patreon. Also, if they're, again, with the averages we was talking about, they're averaging around 500 to 700 K a video. Again, they could charge a lot of money, especially because they're very brand friendly. They're professional. They have high production. They can charge a shit ton for ad deals. So I understand their overhead must be crazy and their operating expenses must be crazy, but they can make more money themselves. I'm gonna be honest with you.
A reason to be further into the community, but I don't think backtracking is the way to go. That seems to me like when employers look at their bottom line, say, hey, there's a problem here, and the first thing that they go to is cutting employees, their hours, etc. That's only going to damage your name in the public point of view. So I don't think that that's the way to go, and I'm glad that they came to a better understanding, but Abba and Preach, please fight for this, because hell, this is something that we're all gonna face in the future, especially on the social commentary side. But let me know what you guys think. I hope.
Hey man, W video from Cardiac and Omar, man. Shout out to editor Cardiac, man. That's man.